Also, in reference to the Dark Lord, I actually am the Dark Lord, Lucifer Star. Um, and technically also the Lord of Light or something like that. Anyway, whatever. They're just titles, whatever. Because I am from before there were stars. Unlike some person that just does a Facebook, whatever. It's like, yes, well, like I said, look at the pictures, Starline, blah blah blah, and yeah, and or white star line, white buildings. Also wander around the Earth. You'll notice a lot of white buildings, and you also see a lot of stars, and you also see a lot of eagles, and you also see a lot of white buildings, and also a lot of ships, sailing ships, cannons, big battleships, all that kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, anyway, I also did name America. I also named a lot of other stuff. I was doing this whole L thing. Anyway, it's not a lie. It's not, I'm not some dweeb posting internet videos. It's like, yeah, well, I also designed the American government and quite a few other governments. Technically, I believe I was also like the emperor of China, but I was 3 foot tall and they knew I was a child or something. I don't know. You have to go talk to China and some other people. I should also look at old things, or just look up Lucifer Starline. When I bought America, when I owned America, I just made myself citizen American, citizen Brian. So, which was actually not that hard to do, really. Anyway, I was known as Little Lucifer before and stuff like that. So, um, anyway, yeah. So, like I said, nobody believes in God. Blah blah blah. All kinds of idiots, basically. Just go tell Zachary too. Because Zachary, aka Bill Gates, Zack Attack, who killed a bunch of older people, whatever. I don't know, him or somebody, and there's probably some other 17-year-old little dweeb computer programmer people. Basically, it's like you know not what you tend to mess around with. Anyway, like I said, Nixon was cornered at some point in time, mostly by Germany. Um, like I said, yeah, it's kind of like with Rodney. Rodney was like, blah, 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 blah. It's like, Rodney, you grew up in Detroit, didn't you? You grew up in America, right? Okay, you're not in front of me. That would be a paradox. Anyway, yeah, freedom of speech, freedom of that. Or, of course, you could also try the other guy. Referred to Jimmy Carter. I'll never die, I'll never grow, the truth will never be known. There's no freedom of speech. Yeah, that was the other guy before me. Anyway, though, yeah, whatever. So good luck with that. Yeah, also had a colony ship, LSF Blackbird, depleted uranium hulls, Germany and France. And yeah, by the way, you can't put normal brass pedcocks on a jet that's going to go through that much thing. Nor can you use normal tires. I don't know how many of those aircraft they actually crashed before they finally got a clue about how to do them. Like I said, the reason why they were killing people in Germany and France at those airfields was because they all saw the cracked tires and they knew that those aircraft had been there for 150 to 250 years or 500 years. The half-life on those tires was like 500 years or something like that, and they were cracked and flat and deflated. So everyone knew that those aircraft had been there a very, very, very long time. Which, of course, didn't exactly go with Nixon or JFK's or Zachary or Bill Gates's plans, whatever. So, yeah. And I believe when they found them, they were dust covered and covered over with sheets and just being stored. And they were still fairly radioactive, or at least a little radioactive at the time. So, anyway, yeah. And then, of course, I was actually letting some people fly in them, in the two-seater ones and stuff like that. And then, of course, Nixon or what is the Democrats or the Us people were trying to take them over, trying to get them. And then I believe they cut up one and used it for body armor or something like that, which is really just stupid. Anyway, but I think they salvaged one of the ones that had crashed. They salvaged what was left of the depleted uranium and then maybe tried to forge it or whatever. By the way, I don't know where the Maltese Falcon is. Anyway, yeah, a lot of really, really, really stupid people. The frats, man, the frats, the brotherhood. Yeah. Hazers, man, hazers. When you're 20, you will think things. You will decide to do them. And some of these things can be really fucking stupid. And you might regret them for not only the rest of your adult life, but also the rest of eternity. So anyway, like I say, I don't really care. It's like, yeah, time travel. It really does exist and it really does work, and there's no chance or possibility of you having it first. So, yeah. All of my 9 had time travel long, long before, and they remembered me and knew me quite well. And were very upset. Anyway, like I said, I don't really care. There was a lot of death. And like I say, just because you type something into a computer doesn't make it true, nor does it whatever. And like I said, it was actually JFK and Richard Nixon and a bunch of other people inside of the White House that actually did the most amount of damage, destroying or burning my films, and also trying to photomat and change history. And it didn't exactly work out too well for them. So, like I say, I don't really care, but you should refer to By the way, like I said, there were 30, I guarantee you that there were 30 JFK or maybe 60 JFK clones made. Basically people that looked just like JFK, or they looked a little bit more like Jimmy Carter, really. They looked like a cross between JFK and Jimmy Carter, basically. But there were 30 of them. There's a picture of them, actually, all 3 or all 4 of them that were remaining standing next to each other. There's this picture of basically what is the person that JFK is, and he's standing with 3 brothers, or 3, but they're actually all clones. They're not triplets, they're clones. And, beginning in 1920 or so. Anyway, so they're all standing together. Anyway, so yeah, and there were about 30 of them. So anyway, yeah, so I don't really care. It's like, yeah, good luck with that. And Admiral Rodney, or President Rodney, is an idiot and had no power. Just like, I mean, it's just a house. All they're really doing is just posting these videos, supposedly the presidential address. But like I said, it's Lucifer White Star Line's house. That's the White House. And the only reason why it meant something to me, it was just sentimental value to me because it used to be one of my old Canon sites. And the White Washington, D.C. building, which was made it was a work of art. It was an engineering and building novelty. And could last 500 years, I don't really know. Could last a very, very long time and look exactly just as white and just as perfect as it did the day it was built. It's been possibly remodeled a couple times, I'm not exactly sure. So anyway, like I say, and Germany actually started it or something like that. So anyway, like I say, tomfoolery or stupidity, it doesn't really matter. I don't really care. It's like, well, I did name America, I did blah, 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 I did have a colony ship, blah, 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 and people screaming in my face that I'll never win, and blah, 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 and no one will ever believe me, blah, blah, blah. It's like, believe what? It already was built. It's already done. I already lived 99 trillion years. Most of space knows who I am. Just look me up. Lusifer Star. Lusifer Star Line. And yeah, there probably is a gamma ray star pointed right at where Earth is going to be at some time when I'm 80 or 90. So, oh well. I don't really know what they're going to do, and I don't know what was done, but there was a lot of stuff that was going on. Anyway, whatever. I don't care. And a lot of life forms, a lot of people out there decided that Earth, that the rest of the universe really didn't need Earth to be around. And I'm told that that's actually from the people who actually already left Earth, and then didn't want anybody else following or anybody else knowing who I truly am in space. But it's like they already kind of knew, so they already know. So, there's not much to cover up. It's like, whatever. I don't really care. Like, what are you going to do? I mean, just because I'm your creator in human form, a bunch of people want to be stupid, so hey, whatever. Deny yourself. Whatever. What do I care? There are already thousands or millions of pictures of people wearing stars and stripes, and even the 2 bars of Germany. That had something to do with me. And a lot of epic people. So anyway, I'm not exactly sure. Whatever. It was all documented. It was all written down. It was all made a note of. and everything. And there's been hundreds of years, thousands of years, millions of years of documentation and record keeping on this earth. And basically, Richard Nixon and a bunch of other U.S. people were just trying to eliminate that and trying to change the narrative. So I say, no, it really didn't work. I mean, I'm Lucifer Starline. All the stars, all this, all that. Seeding a forest, making the world green. Like, I don't really care. I invented seeding clouds because I was tired of people with rain sticks. It's like, whatever.